Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to Wallaby Racing League. We are here tonight for Tier 1. It's Wednesday, Tier 1 day here at the Spanish Grand Prix. The last race of the week here. Everyone, welcome to the stream. Thank you, Dante, Bremer. It's alright, you were quite quick last night from what I saw. So, good, best of luck to you, good sir. Get all our stuff up. I do need to remember to hide that. Hide that. I tend to forget, I think. I don't know if I'm forgetting or not. To hide that UI. But oh, I forgot to update the standings on the thing. We don't need to look at that this week, but it is very close at the top. I think Jono leads the championship after finishing second, I think it was last night. Second or third, Jono did get. So he's looking pretty good in the championship. However, it's very close at the top for a lot of the positions. This has been one of the closest starts to the season I think I've ever seen in Tier 1. Especially in this league, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens tonight with this championship battle going forwards. Big Man Ryan not racing tonight, so that's going to be a big contender out of the running for this race, so he's going to lose a big chunk of points. But also Oxchillo in it, left for dead. He had a poor race last week. However, he's still in the fight, very much so. But the first driver to go out laps is Death in the Williams to do a lap. So we'll see what the Williams reserve can do, and also the RB of Andre, another reserve, and also Bremer is on a lap 2. Now, Tier 2 pole last night I think was an 11.9 or a high 11.8. So we should be going a bit quicker than that tonight. That was a very good lap from Kamikaze. It was to take pole last night. And it was this man in P2 as well. So I reckon pole will be possibly, I say an 11.4. Maybe a bit quicker. So we also got Rilo joined. So that is good. We'll see Death cross the line first. See what lap he can do. Coming around the final corner now, flat out in 6th gear. Try not to invalidate on the exit there. And he crosses the line for a 12.1 banker. Not too shabby as Bremer has invalidated. And I think Andre goes second fastest. So anyone else that's on laps, ZK, he's invalidated. Oxchillo, a bit of a slide there out of turn 5, I believe that is. Yeah, 11.4, I think that might be right. The Red Bull crossing the line now, I think that's Abyss. No, Abyss is starting a lap, so Viper's the one who's on his outlap. That Ferrari is ZK. So who's next to a proper lap? It's the Haas of JDI silence. So watch Potato come across the line. He saved quite a bit of battery. I think that might be a bit too much, but it is provisional pole and 11.8. That is a good banker lap from Potato, which quickly gets overtaken by Ferrari Pro. There's our 11.4, and it's been a banker for Ferrari Pro. That is a great lap from Oxchillo. Goes second fastest with an 11.6. And Kalki with the 12.0 left for dead. Coming around the final corner now. Up to the line, just hangs it in with track limits, and it's an 11.7 to put him onto that second row. Third fastest. MJ Roller starting a lap. Viper going through the final sector. Abyss as well. We'll see what Abyss does. Up to the line goes the Red Bull. He does an 11.6. That's a good lap from Abyss. Viper now, will he be able to overtake his TP? No, it's a 12.0 though, which puts him 6th fastest. The Ferrari ZK, there we go, is able to do another run. That's a great lap from him. 11.6. So it's quite close between these three, Oxchillo, ZK, and Abyss. So I'm interested to see how close it can get in this top 5, even top 6 as well tonight. Fat Cat's also one to watch. He's always one to watch that we've seen. He was very fast last week at Bahrain in the mystery round. He did not take the win because of a 2-stop strategy, but I did pay it off for him for a P2. Maybe low 11s. Yeah, I'd say Ferrari Pro could possibly... Yeah. Probably 11.2. Or, yeah, 11.2. I want to go with that. I want to predict that. That could be anyone that sets a lap like that. So anyone on laps that are not coming into the pits, I think Bremer's on an out lap. Fat Cat, we'll keep watching him coming through the final sector now. Bit of a slide there, but he's alright. He's flying towards that final corner flat out. Interestingly, we did see Left 4 Dead take it out in 7th gear. Interesting choice. Fat Cat goes onto the front row. Sauber 2-3. This is a very good team, and a team that, with me teeth, didn't even have at the start of the season. It was just Ox, and I believe it was someone else. I can't remember who it was. But being able to pick up Fat Cat is a very good pick. Very good pickups. So he's definitely going to be a driver to possibly challenge for the championship, even though he missed a couple of the first races, as Jono goes 9th fastest. We got a few reserves tonight. GLX Cam making his Wallaby debut, so it will be interesting to see how he goes. He is well known, I believe, in the Oceania sim racing community. I have seen him in a few other leagues, so good to see him in Wallaby now as well, and also Andre reserving, Death reserving, and Brent from Tier 2, which he is on a lap now, so we will watch him as he is the only driver along with MJ Roller on a lap. So coming down to turn 4, should be down to 4th gear. Want to hit that apex, get the curb, but not too much turning to go onto the grassy. Try to avoid the outside grass there, and he's absolutely done quite well there. Good exit there, up to 5th gear, then 6th down to 4th gear for this fast little chicane. It's a tricky one to get on the throttle. Also easy to make a mistake with those curbs there, so not too difficult to make an error. He's apparently purple in the middle sector, so let's see what he can do, because he's on a very good lap at the moment. So he might be able to get into the 11s, which will put him into the top 10. So we'll see him come around the final corner as he just stays within track limits, and it's an 11, oh, 12.2. That's still a solid lap, as Broadstar is in the lobby, I believe. He must be racing. I haven't checked Discord, so he must be racing. So we'll see how he goes tonight as well. Another driver from Tier 2 stepping up in the big Tier 1. We've got these guys on outlap, so we'll watch Abyss as well on their 2nd lap. Coming down to turn 1, going down to 60% battery, then down to 4th or 3rd, no, not 4th, 3rd, 4th gear. That's the right gear to go through there, and back on the battery and the power. Not too much battery burn, and then you want to burn down towards the turn 4. And open that up very well through there. It's been a solid lap from the Red Bull team principal so far. See what he can do in the middle sector on his way down. Getting a little bit of a toe from his teammate ahead. He's only 8 1,000s down on his time, so he can go faster. He just needs a monster final sector. He's just going to find that little bit of extra time. Confident enough to get onto the power. It's a tricky corner because very easy to misjudge. And up to the line now goes Abyss. It is an improvement. It's half a tenth, which puts him ahead of ZK, who has invalidated. Unfortunately for him, Oxchillo is not up, but Ferrari Pro is in the middle sector. What can he do in the final sector? This is impressive from Ferrari Pro. 2 tenths faster, which puts him onto provisional pole again in 11.283. That's going to be a time to beat, which might not even happen. That is a very good lap from the Alpine. Yeah, it is close in the top 10. That is for sure. Fat Cat is up on his time. Oxchillo has found time in the middle sector. So coming around the final corner, what can the Sauber driver do? Up to the line, it's 11.391. He's a tenth and a bit off that Alpine. So he's got a bit of time to find in his final run, but that's still a good lap from Oxchillo as we see Fat Cat and I think Viper. No, Viper's in the pits. There's an Aston, I believe, of Kalki. Is Brodster not going to take control of his car? I thought he joined the lobby for a reason. Yeah, he's cooking. So Fat Cat up to the line. Can he take Ferrari Pro off the top set? No, he cannot. It's 11.4. Just going to check something. Sorry. I just want to see where... Alrighty, so we are back in it. Sammy on a... No, he's just finished a lap. So he's 7th fastest now, putting himself in the mix. Everyone will be going out for their final runs shortly. Jono did go 4th fastest with an 11.5, 1-1. There's a solid lap from him, Left for Dead. He did improve, I think. I don't think so. So he's waited to do this second lap now, I think. So let's see what he's got in the RB. The Vegas winner. He is up by 2 tenths of a second. Goes purple in the middle sector. So it's a very solid middle sector from Left for Dead and rounds the final 2 corners. And solid final corner again up to the line. It's an 11.595. I wonder if he's losing time in that final sector because of the use of 7th gear. I might be wrong, but I know it comes down to preference. But 6th gear, you do get a lot of revs, but it might be quicker. I might be wrong though, but obviously it comes down to preference, and he's doing very well with that anyway, so it might just be me. So, we're getting ready for the final runs shortly. Some people are on outlaps. MJ Roller has started his lap. And down to turn number 1 goes the Williams driver. Get onto the power. Very nice. That's a nice corner there. Trim goes a little bit deeper than from the apex, but that is the nature of the corner. You do want to drift outwards. He has lost 3 100ths off his personal best. 12.3, so he's got some time to find in the middle sector. Up to third gear, fourth, and keep going all the way down to this chicane once again. I burn a little bit of battery. I feel like he might have burnt too much because you do want to burn a bit down here, but I think he has burnt too much. I might be wrong. It's 3/10 up though. In the middle sector, goes very deep though into the long sweeping kind of hairpin like corner. It's not really a hairpin, but it's a long sweeping corner, and he's lost a bit of time there. Coming around the final corner now. What can he do up to the line? It's an 12-1. He does go faster, which puts him 14th as we got all these drivers on out laps. And JDR Mr. Thunder on a lap, and Bremer 2. He goes 15th. He might have enough battery in him to do... I don't know if there's enough time for him to do another lap though. I think he might be done. Not really. He can actually do another lap. So it will be the RB. So it looks like Left 4 Dead's done. He is settled with his 11.5, and he is 5th fastest. ZK he's doing another lap. This is very smart thinking from some of these drivers, because at this track it is not great to do. It's not ideal, the tyre warm up here. It's very easy to have cold tyres before you start laps, and you have time to do 2 laps because the tyres, they don't get too worn here on quali laps, even if you're pushing. But some people are going to go full out already here, so Fat Cat's one of them. We'll see what he can do. He is up a little bit in that first sector. We'll see Ferrari Pro's pushing. He is. Is there time to find in already what is a great lap for him? We'll see what he can do in that Alpine Jono. Let's see what he can do in the first sector. He is down by just shy of 3/100ths of a second. Potato, he's up by 3/100ths of a second, so he's looking good so far. Death is up by a 10th. He's looking to get into the 111s. Ferrari Pro, he's up again in that middle sector. So he's gone purple. Is there a 0.1 in it? He needs a very good final sector, sorry, and final 2 corners. Flat out now. And it's a run up to the line. What can Ferrari Pro do? He goes faster. It's an 11.259. That is the time to chase. Oxchillo's invalidated. He was a 10th up, but he has invalidated. ZK, is he up on his time? He's up by 2/10ths. Potato did improve. He is gone 5th fastest. Jono will stay 4th. Fat Cat is done. He's 3rd, and he's crashed into the wall. I don't think there'll be any penalty for that. I'm not too sure. Left 4 Dead did go out a bit later, so he's actually on a lap. We'll see what ZK can do in the middle sector. Abyss, 7th fastest. Left 4 Dead, he's a little bit down. Kalki goes 8th fastest. Let's see if ZK is up. He's got a little bit of a tow from his teammate in the other Ferrari. GLX Cam, he's 1.59 up. So ZK, can he do something? This could be possibly a top 5 if he can get this final 2 corners right. And up to the line now goes the Ferrari, and it's ZK, goes 4th fastest. That is a good lap from the Ferrari, and it is P4. That is qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. IRT Ferrari Pro is on pole position for Spain. I was up by 5/10ths and had a moment. Oh no! That's unfortunate. That would have been a good lap then. And Rilo does get a lap in as well. So that's qualifying. We'll get the results and we'll play the beautiful Skillsy video. We just need to wait for the people to get in the pits. Oh, I didn't see if Left 4 Dead improved. Okay, he was 6th. He might have improved, but it might not have been enough. Alrighty. That is qualifying Ferrari Pro on pole position. And we have the rest of the grid here.
Well then, here we go. It is round 6 and we are here at Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix, fresh from the mystery round. There's only been one driver to get 2 wins here at the Spanish Grand Prix. That is Car Gamer. He is no longer with us anymore. So as we move into the second third of the season, we have 3 sectors here. We will race around for 33 laps. The track lap record is 1 minute 11.383 by Lando Norris back in 2024. We have two DRS stones, one down the main straight and one down the back there. We have 14 corners. We have 6 to the left and 8 to the right. Let's have a look at the tyre compounds we have for you this evening. We have the soft, medium and hard, the C3, C2 and C1 tyre compounds. All 3 of them will get smashed this afternoon. Will it be a 1-stop? Will it be a 2-stop? We are about to find out. We've got 4 tiers for you this week that will be racing in the Spanish Grand Prix.
Here we go. It is almost time for the race. Thank you, Matty Skills, for once again another lovely preview to this race. Soothe the voice with a bit of water, because I'm going to need it, I reckon, by the end of this. 33 laps ahead of us here at Barcelona, Catalunya. Should be a good race. It looks like it'll be a 1-stop, I believe. Easy, not easy, but medium hard. Any safety cars that could occur could throw a spanner in the works. Will we see some drivers maybe go for the 2-stop? But I think most of these drivers it should be going for a 1-stop. That's very optimal, I think, around here. So here we go. 5 red lights for Tier 1 at the Spanish Grand Prix. And we are underway. It's a good start there from Ferrari Pro, Fat Cat and Oxcello right behind him too. So Fat Cat does have a good start, but it's going to be Oxcello in the slipstream on the run down to turn 1. Is he going to have a look down the inside? But Fat Cat's going to sweep around the outside of his teammate. There's a bit of contact between them, and that allows Ferrari Pro to run ahead in the lead. ZK's under pressure from multiple cars as we see Left 4 Dead going off the track. And I don't think it was someone else, but it is Ferrari Pro in the lead then from Fat Cat, who got past his teammate Oxcello. Jono 4th, ZK 5th. Lots of position changes in the midfield. Left 4 Dead down the inside of ZK. He's going to have a look then onto the power, and will ZK try hold it? But he might have to let him through, and Left 4 Dead up to 5th. Great stuff for him, but ZK losing 2 positions off the start. Not ideal for him. Potato also losing a position. He's under pressure from Kalki then. But what a start here at Spain. So, Abyss down in 8th. He gets past Kalki. And MJ Roller making moves. Viper in 12th. Not ideal for Viper considering his performances this season. So Ferrari Pro in the lead. He's going to be under pressure with the DRS from Fat Cat and Oxchilla. These 2 Salvas, I reckon they're going to work together and they will do well. Let's have a look at the tyres. I think it's easy, medium, hard, except Rilo has committed to a 2-stop, I think, because softs, they're going to burn very quickly. And unless he does a soft hard, but I don't really see that working, so he might have just committed himself to a 2-stopper. Position gains. Fat Cat up 1, Jono up 1, Left 4 Dead up 1. Some big gainers. Rilo on the softs up 4. Sammy loses 8 positions off the start. And ZK down 2, and also Oxchillo losing a position. So we know the tyres, all mediums. It should be an easy medium hard from here, except for Rilo on those soft tyres. So Ferrari Pro, we have seen his qualifying pace. It's been very strong this season. And once again, he has proven that by setting pole position. And early in the race, he does have the pace. Fat Cat, though, is looking to try and challenge him, though, that's for sure. He does get the fastest lap of the race, that second lap around. And Fat Cat is in the hunt for a third podium in a row. If he does get it, it'll be a second place if he does get second. But I think we all know what he's going to be trying to achieve today, and that will be a first Wallaby victory. But I believe Ferrari Pro will be trying to do the same. Oxchillo has captured a win already this season. He did at Brazil. We have a little bit of lag from Fat Cat. I think that might just be... No, that's not me. That might just be Fat Cat. But he should be fine though. No need to worry. Jono just sitting behind in the DRS. ZK holding on as well. 8/10 back. But he's just got to try and just stay in it. That's the thing on this. Oh, big slide there from Kalki. That was a massive snap of oversteer. He is pushing these rear tyres quite hard on the exit. Oh, there we go. There's the spin. And I already said that he was pushing hard, and that just foreshadowed it even more. Absolute carnage. As he trying to get back around. And I think Rilo's in, so he has committed to the 2-stop, but I think he just wanted to get off those, get a good start on the softs and try to make up some positions and ultimately look to try and, oh, Bremer and Kalki going at it for 16th and 17th. Not much happening up front for now as they're working hard side by side all the way down the hill. Great battles. Kalki losing and has to sit behind. Those tyres are not looking good at all. He has worked them very hard these first couple laps. So no position changes since the start. The opening procedures as Bremer's gone for a spin. Unfortunately for him. Not much happening at the moment, but DRS is a very powerful thing, and in Tier 1, once you lose it, you've kind of lost it for the majority of the race, because it's very hard to get back into with these drivers because of how quick they are. So we'll see as there is a yellow flag, and that is... Okay, we're fine. Thought something was lagging a bit. Alright. So, Bremer has come into the pits. I think, no, he hasn't. He's just spun. There's Abyss making moves. Oh no, Potato's had it off. Potato's had it off. And he's going to have to try. Oh, I think he's had a wheel disconnect. It looks like it. Trying to get his wheel working. I think something's happened to his wheel. That is a massive shame for Potato, who did win last time out in Bahrain at the mystery round, but I think something has happened with his wheel. That is super unfortunate for Potato. Hopefully he can get it fixed and get himself back in this race. But meanwhile, oh, it's Cam round, I think. It is. Fat Cat getting closer down that straight this time round. However, it's just not enough to get the move done. He's just going to be very patient. Oxchillo as well. These two Saubers can work together here as Rilo's the first to pick up a pen. Kalki retires in the pits. So it'll be no points scored for Aston Martin tonight. It's a big shame. Carl Finita will not be happy about that. This man right did not participate. He did not make it, unfortunately. So the man who was third in the championship, I believe, is not out of it, but he does lose a big load of points tonight, especially with how competitive this tier is. It's really, really hard if you do miss a race, because these drivers, they're so consistent every week, which separates them for the rest of the league, to be honest. And that shows why there is a big gap between some of these drivers in Tier 1 and Tier 2. It's I think that most leagues do have a problem with. But there are some drivers that do make their way up. I feel like... Ah, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate, Bremer. It's a shame, but... let's hopefully get that fixed for the next race you do. So... we'll see some drivers maybe pitting, not very soon, but around lap 15, I think. That'll be the... around 15, 16, maybe 14 as well. Pitting for those hard tyres, because tyre wear, even though it's a one-stop, the tyres, they do still get pretty bad here. And they are on the edge by the end of the stint, especially on the mediums, because they are quite... oh no, deaths left the session from 8th. I don't think I have him added. Hopefully he can get back in. And we've got communicating with on... oh yes, I do have him added. Perfect. Alright, send him an invite. We will have a bit of communicating, but that should go away shortly. It's unfortunate that they've brought this crap back. I don't know how they have, but they have. And it's not as bad, I've noticed, as last game, but it's still quite annoying. And the fact that they brought it back is very unfortunate. But that's okay. If he doesn't get back, if he doesn't join back in the next 2 laps, I'll send him another invite. Actually, we can just send him another one now. Nothing's really happening. Oh, it's back. Perfect. Lovely. And he will rejoin in 11th place. Alrighty, so... oh, come on, don't do this. Fat Cat, once again, getting close down that main straight. But, come on. This does not need to be happening. Sammy getting ahead of, I think it's Deaths. Oh, mate. This communicating needs to stop. And I don't know why it's happening. But I think we're good. For the majority now, as Jono is just hanging on to that DRS as MJ Roller might have fallen out. I think that's Cam spinning again, having an off. But MJ Roller is out of DRS. He's just trying to hang on and maybe he can get to it in this final sector. But it will be a 8-horse race up at the top between Ferrari Pro, Fat Cat, Oxchillo, Jono, Left 4 Dead, ZK, Abyss, and Viper. Now, for this race, when will we see the first people coming into the pits? We're on to lap 10 now, 23 laps to go in this race. It is the Alpine leading. Fat Cat once again staying very patient. Just not going for the move just yet, but still staying very much within touching distance of that Alpine driver. Both drivers looking for their first wins of the season. So can they get it tonight? We will see at the end of the 33 laps. Anything else at the moment? We've got pit stops. We just have Rilo pitted. It looks like Potato was able to get his wheel back working. He did lose quite a lot of time, unfortunately for him, but yeah, he had a I think a wheel issue. That's what it looked like when I saw him go off the track. So I think he's got it back working again, but he has lost a lot of time, unfortunately. But a wheel issue, I think, was the cause of that. Semi getting past Mr. Thunder. So he's starting to get into a rhythm now, making positions. It's a shame for Death, because he was in the DRS train, and that disconnect has thrown him out of it, as Cam is the next to pit on lap 11, looking to try and get an undercut. Undercut is very powerful on this game with the whole new meta of pit stops and everything, 1 stop, 2 stop. But at this track position is very important, especially in Tier 1. It is quite hard to make passes in these kind of conditions. Unfortunately for Sammy though, it gets a penalty. It's a 3-second time penalty for the McLaren driver. As anybody will come in, it is Left for Dead into the pits, and so first driver to make a pit stop. We'll see where he comes out in terms of when the rest of the field pits. So this might mean that the field react. They might have to react to this, and they might have to possibly make a pit stop as well, because now Left for Dead is going to be in undercut range of the majority of the field. Well, this top 6, because he was top 5, because he was in 6th. No, he was 5th, I believe. So we'll see if these guys pit this lap or they'll stay out for a little bit longer. Obviously, these drivers are very good at managing their tyres, a lot better than most, so they'll probably pit a lot sooner than what I said earlier with the lap 15 stuff. So will we see anybody come into the pits? Yep, we do see people in. It's only Fat Cat though, so most of the field stay out. Abyss is coming in. Viper stays out. So the race leader is into the pits. That allows Fat Cat to run away and clean out as Jono's looking for a move on Oxchillo into turn 1. He's going to go down the inside. Ox will try to defend on the outside. Gets pushed off track a little bit. And that will put Jono ahead. That might even be a steward's report. Oxchillo struggling now on those tyres. I think he's going to have to make a pit stop soon. Those tyres are very much in trouble. And for Fat Cat, he might be able to just run away here a little bit, because he is in clean air. He was quite quick before, but at the same time, he does need to be mindful of Left 4 Dead and Ferrari Pro, as Ferrari Pro did come out ahead of Lefty. So that will be interesting. Got the tyres up. We'll see most of the field go onto hards, and they should be able to go to the end. So will we see? I reckon Ox will pit this lap. Probably most of the field now will probably pit this lap, except Fat Cat stays out, Jono stays out. Ox comes in, and so does ZK, but Viper decides to keep going. And he's now goes into 3rd place. That Williams and MJ Roller, he stays out. So does JDI, Mr. Thunder, and Death. So I want to see. Ox did have the snap in the battle, so he probably will come out behind. Yeah, Left 4 Dead's also going to undercut Oxchillo. So big gains there for the RB, as even Abyss undercuts Ox and ZK. So is this a sign of things? That's what's going to happen to Fat Cat. He's got to pit soon, surely. Because, yeah, his tyres aren't going to be bad, but he's going to be under pressure from the undercut. We'll have a look at the leader gap. 19 seconds. He is stretching that lead out very well, to be honest. He's driving well in the clean air. So he did have a lot of pace. I think he just couldn't really unleash it with the dirty air as well. That comes with sitting behind a car at this track, especially in the final sector. You lose so much time when you're stuck behind a car. So he will stay out 1 lap longer to try and benefit from this clean air. Viper comes in. Jono does stay out as well. He feels like he can go longer too. Now, I believe it was these two last week at Bahrain, they did the 2-stop, which is a different strategy to everyone else. And it did pay off kind of for them. It kind of did. But will that be different this time around? So, Abyss does that fastest lap. He's looking pretty pacey on these tyres. And I think Viper, that is a great little few laps for him in the clean air. He's only just come out behind ZK, so he's not that far off where he was before. He's gained time, I think. He does have the tyre warm off, of course, that he has to deal with, but he's done well, that's for sure. And Left 4 Dead's got himself in a net P2. However, these guys are starting to close in a little bit, so that might encourage Fat Cat to come into the pits very shortly. Will he go in now, shortly? He does. Into the pits comes Fat Cat and Jono as well. So Mr. Thunder will keep going, but he should come into the pits this lap, which he does. So we'll see where Ferrari Pro comes out. If these guys who pitted, will they come out ahead or behind? Has Fat Cat pulled off a overcut? No, he has not. He's actually going to lose time. He will have lost quite a bit. Oxchillo gets the fastest lap. Fat Cat and Jono, they have got some work to do as Oxchillo is going to fight Abyss, but Abyss will not fight him back. Ox goes through. However, Left 4 Dead's out of DRS to Ferrari Pro, and Ox is out of DRS to Left 4 Dead as ZK has crashed. He has got front wing damage. I don't know what's happened. Maybe something going on with another driver. Can I please? Thank you. Yeah, he's got damage. So that is a massive shame for ZK, as he was looking really good in this race. So I want to know what happened. What happened there with Jono? So I want to know what happened to ZK. We'll probably see maybe a steward support after, or a clip will be posted somewhere in the Discord. Close that, we know what tyres everyone is on now. So Ferrari Pro has got a solid gap out front now. 1.8 seconds to Left 4 Dead, and Ox as well is out of DRS from Left 4 Dead, and funnily enough Abyss is just holding on. So it's a 2-car battle for the final spot on the podium, and Fat Cat looking to close in as Abyss. It's a late move there. Oh no, this is him and Viper, sorry. This is Viper looking for a move at Fat Cat, which he could not do. Could not pull it off just yet, as ZK has retired to the pits. Fair enough. That little moment there was pretty much race ending for him, as these two going, having a battle there for P5. Viper getting the better of Sauber of Fat Cat. That's unfortunate for ZK, he was doing really well. And in the fight, that is for sure. But we now move back to this battle here. Let's drop back. I was not expecting Ferrari Pro to break DRS and pull out this much of a gap. And same with Lefty as well. Because now it leaves Oxchillo and Abyss to freely fight for the podium. But it leaves these two with some breathing room out front. So will we see Abyss go for it? I think he will. He will get the move done. Do a little DRS swap. And now up to third as we see another yellow flag. I think that is just Cam. Everyone will be scoring points in this race as we have 3 retirements. So we'll see position changes now as Cam's retired in the pits. That's another one to go. It's a double DNF for Ferrari. ZK and Fat Cat came together. Okay. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see it. So we'll maybe see a report after the race. So left for dead up 4 positions from qualifying. Abyss 6. Surely down 2. Viper up 6. So the Red Bulls making some solid ground in this race. They've had a good race so far. Oh, left for dead. That's a penalty for track limits. And you don't see those very often. And unfortunately for him, that will put him in a bit of trouble from the cars behind. Small field now, that's for sure. It has broken apart. Look at the tyres, because there are quite a few differences in terms of pit stops between these guys as Rilo picks up a penalty. I think that's his first, or it might be his second. I might be wrong. So now Abyss has gotten into the DRS of Left 4 Dead. He's looking to try and get into it. So this will be very interesting. That's for sure. Penalties will make things interesting. But now with Abyss back in DRS range of Left 4 Dead, that will unfortunately, with that penalty, cause him to drop back because it'll make the field bunch up a little bit. Viper might close in, which will lose him quite a few positions, affecting that championship position. But Jono does lead, I believe. I'll have a look on my phone, because I want to see these championship standings. Any positions? We'll have to go for it. No, there's no need to. Sammy and MJ Roller battling for 8th and 9th, but they are in the DRS train, so no need to fight too hard. Death and Mr. Thunder as well. Fortunately for Potato, with that wheel issue, it has really cost him in this race. Will he be able to salvage something? I'm not sure. There is a ticket that's been opened by ZK, so I'm sure we'll see after the race what has happened. Now I want to see in Tier 1 standings. It's close, I believe. So it's Jono leading on 115, Potato second on 112, Left 4 Dead 111, Man Rai 111, Ox Chillo 109. So at this rate, I think Jono holds on to the lead, unless I think Ox might actually take the lead. And then Jono P2. I believe that is correct. Oh, Viper too. Viper will actually, I don't know, because of the point system, and also with this penalty that Lefty has, it will make things very interesting in the championship battle. But still a long way to go in the season, as we have Jeddah next week. That's going to be a fun one, as we already know it's pretty self-explanatory. You're right, Townsy. A safety car could very throw things out of order and really change the shape of this race. But we won't jinx it. However, we do probably want to jinx it. So let's hope that that's just occurred. But so Ferrari Pro is just going to run away at this point in time. He is managing that gap very, very well. Just needs to hold on and not get any penalties, as with 11 laps to go. That's all he can do, as Sammy getting past MJ Roller for that 8th place spot. He does have a penalty, so he will lose out unless something happens. MJ trying to sneak a move. That won't happen, as Potato does get past Andre for 12. Touch of the course, yeah. Exactly. Now at this battle, Lefty's going to drop all the way down to 7. That is, oh, that's unfortunate, because with the way he's driven today with that undercut. He does not deserve to be 7th, that's for sure, but these things happen. That's life. Penalties do occur when you least expect it, unfortunately. And a lot easier to get them this time around. So Abyss does get the move done for... Oh, big slide there for the RB. Abyss is up to 2nd, so it looks like pitting earlier is pushing the tyres, and he's now under a bit of pressure from these guys behind Oxchillo, looking to try and get the job done. He's going to try down the inside. He will have the outside for turn 5. Lefty not having any of it. So this battling has cost Oxchillo DRS. Same with Lefty DRS. Abyss is now going to run away in this point in time. So Ox is going to have to try and do something down that main straight to avoid losing too much time. They did lose quite a significant amount of time there, and Viper as well. So, what was I saying before with getting penalties? Dirty air as well in the fast corners. It is a lot easier to drift wide due to that because of the understeer links to dirty air. So Lefty comes in. He's gone for the 2-stop. Will that hurt him? I think so. But just thinking it's probably a 2-stop. Oh, so it is a... Oh, it's not a 2-stop. Yeah, I'm confused. But he's going to be fast, but I think he's accepted that he's got that penalty, so his best was going to be 7th anyway. So he can probably make his way and get back into that position. However, he's got a lot of time to gain back. Oh no. Unlucky Zeke. That is unfortunate. As now, this is now a little train from Oxchillo for 3rd, as Abyss has closed the gap a little bit on Ferrari Pro. Will we see him close in a little bit later on? He does have the same amount of laps though of tyre life compared to the Alpine. That was there for moral support. GG, Viper going through, and he will pass Oxchillo for the 3rd place. It's been a good day for Red Bull and Sauber, but from what I've heard, that might change with Fatcat possibly getting a post-race penalty. We'll see how that plays out post-race, and ultimately how that affects the results and the championship battle. Obviously, both championships are in a pretty tight battle, I believe. I think Red Bull lead the constructors by just a bit over Sauber. So, yeah, by 11 points. And Aston are also in the fight, not too far back. But with their no points being scored tonight, that's really going to affect them big time in that battle. So, we'll see what occurs with that, as Viper looking to try and get back into DRS range of his teammate Abyss. He's actually really close, and I think he's got it, so that will pull this train closer together once again, as Viper does get fast slaps, so he is pushing big time, as we see Left 4 Dead get past Mr. Thunder for 10. He's got 4 seconds to catch Death in the Williams, so we'll see if he can do that as well. Fastest lap on those mediums as well. Okay, well, let's hope this race ends quickly. I believe there is a storm coming to my house, so I might be wrong though. Let's hope that... Cat, am forgetting a pen. 10 sec possibly. We'll see what happens. better posture. So, Oxcello just barely hanging on to that DRS from the cars in front. Okay, I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not going to say it. But let's just don't worry about it, okay? Let's not worry about it. Literally following gang. So that's another fast lap. He'll have to cut the gap down to 2.4 seconds. So he is absolutely flying on those medium tyres. Will we see him possibly catch back up to that 7th place that he would have gotten originally? Jono, bit of a slide there. It's alright. So the gap's still 1.8. Everyone's back in the DRS with each other. So we will see a battle at the end of the race. Yeah, it'll be, I think, 7th at best, to be honest, for him. It might even be 8 because of the penalty. So, we'll see. I reckon he'll pass Death, but I don't know about MJ and get out of 3 seconds. He might, though. So, we'll see what happens. So, as Oxcello, he is really far out as his teammates looking to go for a move. Oxcello just, I feel like, struggling to hold on a bit with the battery. Yeah, got the RB boys coming in to support their team principal. Welcome to the stream, guys. I know you've probably been watching for the whole time, but welcome to the chat. As Viper did get past Abyss, I did miss that, unfortunately. But he is back in it. And Oxcello, unfortunately, he's out of DRS. He can burn to try and get back into it, or have a good final sector, but I think he might be out. Yeah, he's out of DRS. That's unfortunate for Oxcello, which leaves the Red Bulls free in free reign now to pull out a gap. Fat Cat now is going to get past his teammate, I am sure, right now. Looks like Ox tried his best, but it was not enough. But he can still have a really good result. Like P5 and 6 is still really good. So, and Fat Cat could close back into DRS as well, because he is on those fresher tyres by 3 laps from Abyss. As Viper, those fresher tyres helping him out compared to Ferrari Pro, as he is now within DRS of Ferrari Pro. So what was that Alpine running away? It looked like he was running away with this race. He's now been caught. And now will we see a potential battle for the win between the Alpine and the 2 Red Bulls. It is 2 versus 1 essentially. So these 2 can work together, and I'm sure they are going to. This is going to be an interesting final 4 laps as we go on to lap 30 of this race. Viper looking really close to the back of that Alpine, and he's struggling with battery, so it looks like Viper is in a bit of a better condition here to win this race. You would not have thought about it with the way that Ferrari Pro has been driving tonight. He got pole position. He's led almost every single lap, sorry, of this race, apart from the laps where some guys were staying out after he pitted. It's almost been a perfect drive, but will that be ruined by the 2 Red Bulls hunting him down? Don't worry, Wingy. It took me like 3-4 weeks just to figure out who it was as well. I was so confused, and then I realized it was Whiff. Scully. He came back and then he dipped again. I think he did like one race last season. And Ox under threat from Jono as he's out of DRS, so Ox struggling big time. Looks like those tires are starting to die out as, oh, look at this battle here. Lefty has caught MJ Roller and Sammy, and now this is a little battle we can watch here as Left 4 Dead's going to try go all the way around the outside of the McLaren at turn 3. Not much grip out there, so he won't be able to get the move done. But will we see a potential move down to turn 4? No, we won't. Lefty gets onto the power, so much better than those two on the hards. He's going to try down the inside, but Sammy defends it well, but unfortunately goes deep, and that will compromise his run all through the corner, and Lefty gets the job done up to 8th place. So now he's got to get past MJ Roller and try to pull out that 3-second gap. We'll see if he can do it, as Sammy has gone into the wall, pushing very hard to stay with those two, and unfortunately for him, that means his race for P8 and 7 is over. Oh, sorry, Zeke, I didn't see that message. He might. I'll have a look. It doesn't look like it, unless it's really minor. So, Lefty gets past MJ. He's got 2 laps to pull out a 3-second gap. Can he do it? We'll be watching it to the end, but we'll also be focusing mainly on this battle up here for the win as we're about to go into the last lap. And it looks like Viper's in a much better condition with battery, so will that play a major factor in this race for the win? It could be a second win of the season for Viper. He did win on track, obviously, at Bahrain last week. Unfortunately, had a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits, and that would have been a win for him. He did get third, I think it was, in the end. He was able to get a podium, even with the penalty. But on this last lap we're about to go into now, can this Red Bull driver do something? He's going to burn most of the battery down towards turn 1. Ferrari Pro doesn't have much. Viper's going to have a lot. He's going to have the slipstream. He's going to have the DRS. He's going to go for the move on the outside of turn 1. The Alpine will try to defend it on the inside. It's Viper on the outside, and it will have the inside for turn 2. He pushes the Alpine off track a little bit, and Viper goes all the way around the outside and says thank you and takes the lead of this race. Then Abyss now is going to be putting that Alpine under huge pressure. Alpine Ferrari Pro is going to be trying to hold on all the way through this final lap. But can Abyss do something? This fat cat's going to have a look down the inside of Abyss. What a move then from the Sauber. He catches Abyss napping there, and he says, if you're not going to go for it on the Alpine of Ferrari Pro, I'm going to go for it on you. And he gets past it onto the podium places. That was a great move there from the Sauber, and I think that might change things as Ox is now looking to try and get Abyss, but Viper now, he won at Japan. He was able to have some pretty good races. Championship leader after Vegas, I believe, too. Not Vegas, Spa. But he rounds the final 2 corners now. He unfortunately got denied of the victory last week due to a penalty, but he's going to get the win now. It's redemption for Viper. He wins at Spain. Ferrari Pro second. Fat Cat rounds out the podium. Abyss takes P4. Oxchillo P5, Jono 6th, Lefty, he did his best, but he was not able to beat MJ Roller with the penalty, and he will take 8th as MJ 7th. Great comeback for him on the mediums, though, to be fair. Death 9th, Mr. Thunder 10th, Sammy 11th, Potato 12th, Andre 13th, Rilo 14th. So I can hear the rain starting to pour, so the storm has almost arrived. So let's hope I can get these results at least, and then we can do podium interviews as well. Yeah, this is not ideal. Come on, Rilo. It'll be 2 points for the Mercedes possible. Red Bull 1-3, yes, with that penalty for Fat Cat. Great day for Red Bull. They will extend that lead in the Constructors' Championship. Oh dear. Yeah, we do not like this. I can hear Storm. That's fine. That's Viper. Ferrari and Fat Cat. Interviews VC, please, guys. Alrighty, so we got Viper in here. We just need Ferrari Pro and Fat Cat to join. Oh no, I've got a black screen of death. Oh no, I don't think I'm going to get results. No! I'm so sorry, whoever's doing the results. If it's Lefty or Jerabot, we're going to have to do a bit of extra maths, unfortunately. Oh no, we're fine. I think. No. So Ferrari Pro's in here, we just need Fat Cat. There we go. So Fat Cat is here. So P3, Fat Cat, you managed to get, I think it was third in qualifying, and you do finish in third with a great move on the last lap. Talk us through your race. How was it?
Yeah, it was fine. Things just happened.
Yeah, I did see, I think there was a moment with ZK, I might be wrong, but that's what I was told in the chat. But P3 in the end, you do close in on the top drivers in the championship once again. Are you confident that you can maybe see yourself as a possible championship contender throughout the season?
We'll see what happens. Probably not, but we get there.
No worries. And Jeddah next week, Saudi Arabia, how are you feeling for that?
GG. But it is cooked.
Yeah, interesting track, but congratulations on your third podium in a row, and we'll move on to P2 Ferrari Pro. You got pole position. It was a great lap from you to take pole, and you were able to hold it out for most of the race. You had some great driving, maintaining the gap really well, but at the end you just fell short. P2, talk us through your race though.
Yeah, I think I was like unnecessary, like at some parts, and yeah, I just destroyed both my front right or front left and rear left tires. So yeah, it's not easy when you have the heaps of right-handers, because you really need that left-hand tire to really drag you around, and I had none of that going into the final lap. Yeah, I did what I could. Either way, Viper drove really. I hope the contact in turn one wasn't too excessive when I was defending, because I was trying, but yeah, a bit disappointing, but it's alright.
Alright, it's still a great race for me to take second. Jeddah next week. How are you feeling for that?
I haven't done any laps at F1 25 yet, so I'll have to get practicing. But should be chaos like always Jeddah, especially in the tight field. So yeah, we'll have to see how we do.
No worries. Well, congratulations on the P2, and we'll move on to our race winner, Viper. It's a second win of the season for you. Unfortunately, couldn't get it last week with the penalty, but I think it's perfect redemption this week. How you feel?
Yeah, pretty good. pretty good. Quali wasn't the best, obviously, but it was pretty tight with how everyone is. About 4 tenths between P1 P10. So it wasn't too bad, but the race was perfect, honestly. I tried to help out Abyss most of the time, but it's just how it went, really.
Yeah, no worries. It was great driving in the end from you. Staying out that little bit longer did pay off in the clean air. You were able to make up a lot of lost ground in the first stint, so it was great tyre management from you, and in the end it paid off with the win. Jeddah next week, how do you feel for that?
Hopefully pretty good. I'm usually pretty good at Jeddah, so hopefully it's good. I mean, like the past few races haven't been the best, but hopefully it's just good from here on out.
No worries. Well, congratulations on the well-deserved win. And that will be it for this week, everyone at Wallaby Racing League. We've done the Spanish Grand Prix. Next week is Jeddah, kicking off on Sunday for Tier 4, 6:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and we'll see you on Sunday. Have a good one.